Good morning, friends. Welcome to the session of time and work. In this session, we discuss a few questions on time and work that helps you to make your approach as well as to check out whatever concept you have learned earlier, how to apply those concepts. I expect from your side, before watching this session, please watch the session of time and work by me in which I explained all the concept, and this session is a exercise, a discussion of concept of time and work, right? Let us start with the concept of time and work exercise discussion. We can start with this question number 1. It states us that A and B can do a piece of work in 8 days. A and B, if they together do, they can do a piece of work in 8 days. B and C, they can do the same work in 12 days. C and A, they can do the same work in 16 days. And the question is, in how many days C alone can do the work working alone, right? Earlier I also told you in these type of questions, two type of questions are asked. The first is when they are working together, A, B, C will take how much time, and the second is you have to find any of the A, B or C. The best approach is take the LCM 8, 12 and 16. LCM is said to be 48, right? It means A and B can do 6 work in 1 day, B and C can do 4 work in 1 day, C and A can do 3 work in 1 day, right? When I add all the 3, so I get it as twice of A plus B plus C. They can do 13 work in 1 day. It means ABC can do 13 by 2 means 6.5 work in 1 day, right? I have to find it for C. So what I can say, A and B can do 6 work in 1 day because in 8 days they can do 48 work. It means they can do 6 work in 1 day. And A, B, C do 6.5 work in 1 day. It simply means C does 0.5 work in 1 day. What is the total work that C has to do? 48. It means time taken by C is 48 by 0.5. That is equal to 96 days. It becomes your answer. So we can say that C takes 96 days to do his work. Okay. Then you have statement number 2. It is also of the similar type question. What is given in this question? In this question, you have to find how much time will be taken by them together, right? What is given to you? It is given that A and B, they can do a work in 15 days. B and C, they can do the same work in 20 days. C and A, they can do the same work in 25 days, right? And the question is, in how many days they can together do the work? ABC, okay? The best approach is take the LCM 15, 20 and 25, right? When you take the LCM, you find that LCM to be equal to 300. So you can assume total work is equal to 300. It means AB can do 20 work in 1 day, BC can do 15 work in 1 day, AC can do 12 work in 1 day, okay? When I add all the 3, I get it as twice of A plus B plus C. They do 20 plus 15, 35 plus 12, 47. So they do 47 work in 1 day. It means ABC does 47 by 2 work in 1 day. Okay. How much work they have to do? 300. So total time would be 300 by 47 by 2. Or you can say your answer is said to be 600 by 47 days. That becomes your answer. Answer to your question is fourth one. That is 600 upon 47 days. That becomes your answer, in which they together can do their work. Then check out the question number 3. What this question talks about? This question states you that AB working separately can finish a work in 8 and 12 days if they work on alternate days. It's a question of alternative days, starting with A. A, B. A takes 8 days and B takes 12 days. In any question of alternative, it's better to take the LCM first. LCM is 24. So we can say A does 3 work in 1 day, B does 2 work in 1 day, right? They are working on alternative days. It means on the first day, A started doing the work. A does 2 work in 1 day, 3 work, and B does 2 work in 1 day. It means together in 2 days they can do 5 work. Okay? How much work they have to do? 24. If this 24 is direct multiple of 5, it's very easy for us to answer. If it is not a multiple, you have to take the close multiple. So 5 4s are 20. So I may say in 8 days they can do 20 work. Because we have in 2 days they can do 5 work. So here I can say in 8 days they can do 20 work. Now on ninth day, whose turn is there? Because the pattern is of AB, AB and AB. The ninth day it's a turn of A. On ninth day, A can do a 3 work. Now how much work have been done till the time? 23. And what is the target is 24. It means on 10th day, who will come? B will come, and B can do 2 work in 1 day. And how much work is left? Only 1. It means B can do that 1 work in 1 by 2 days, that is 0.5 days. So what I can say that for completion of this 1 work, he takes 0.5 days, right? So 9 days up to here and 0.5 is this. So we can say answer is said to be 9.5 days. When they work alternatively, they can complete the work in 9.5 days. That becomes your answer. Then you have statement number 4. Read the question carefully. It is given that Ram can do a piece of work in 20 days which Sham can do in 30 days, right? They begin together but Ram falls ill. So we can say Ram can do the work in 20 days, Sham can do the work in 30 days. They begin together but Ram falls ill, leaves the job 3 days before the completion of work. Ram left 3 days before the completion of work, right? We have to find out the total number of days required to complete the work. Let us assume that the work is done in X days. It means Sham has worked for X days. How much work he has done? X upon 30. Ram left 3 days before completion of work. It means he has worked for X minus 3 days. Total work is equal to 1. Take the LCM 60. So you make it as 3x minus 9 plus 2x, that is equal to 60. We may take it as 5x equal to 69, right? X equal to 69 upon 5, or we can say that is 513.8 days. Here your answer is said to be D, that is fourth one. Together they will take 13.8 days to complete the work. Pay attention this question once more. It is 3 days before completion of work. We don't know what is the total time in which the work is completed. We can assume that, let us assume that the work is completed in X days. It means Sham has started from beginning to end. He worked X by 30 part and Ram X minus 3 upon 20. Take the total value to be 1. Take the LCM as 60. Solve it and finally you get 13.8 days. That becomes your answer. Then you have the next is statement number 5. Read the question. 1 man and 5 women are able to complete a piece of work in 20 days. It means 1 man, 5 women, they can do a work in 20 days. Same amount of work is done by 4 men in 8 days. It means 4 men can do the work in 8 days, right? In the answer, we have to find the number of days required by 5 men and 1 woman will take how much time to do the work, okay? The best approach for answering these type of questions is, first of all, make a relationship between man and woman. So we can say, if 1 man and 5 women can do a work in 20 days, if they want to do the work in 1 day, we require 20 men and 100 women. Similarly, 4 men can do the work in 8 days. If they want to do the work in 1 day, we require 32 men. Okay. By comparing this, we can find a relationship between men and women. It goes there, so we can say 12 men equal to 100 women, or you can say 3 men equal to 25 women. That relationship you can say, cancelling 4 both sides, so we can say 3 men equal to 25 women, right? Now the next point, what I can say that here we have to find out 5 men and 1 woman, and we know that 4 men can do a work in 8 days. So I want to convert this into the men. So I can say 1 woman is equal to 3 upon 25 men. Okay, putting the value here, 5 plus 3 by 25. This makes me 125 plus 3, 128 by 25 men. Now question is very simple. 4 men can do the work in 8 days. 1 man can do the same work in 32 days. And the question is 128 by 25 men will take how much time to do the work? That would be 32 into 25 upon 128. It will go on 4. This is 25 upon 4. And we can say our answer is said to be 6.25 days. Answer to your question is fourth one, 6.25 days. It's a very important question. A number of questions we discuss of this type. In these questions, you have to simply first find an association between man and the woman and then just solve it. You are in a position to get your answer. Next you have statement number 6. It is given that Gagan is thrice as good as worker as Dilip. it means a person who is thrice as good as workers as the other. It means time taken by him is 1/3 of that Dilip. If I say Gagan and Dilip, if Gagan take X days to do a work, it means Dilip takes 3x days to do the work. The person who is as good as other, it means the time taken would be the less than the other. Takes 8 days less to do a piece of work than Dilip takes. It means 3x minus x equal to 8. So we can say x equal to 4 days. That value we got. In how many days Dilip can do the work? So Dilip can do the work in 12 days. That becomes your answer. I hope the idea is clear. The person who is as fast as good as a worker, it means time taken by him would be less than the person who is not as good as him, right? So here I can say that if the Gagan take x days to do the work, it means Dilip takes 3x. Take the difference 2x equal to 8, x equal to 4. Then accordingly you can answer it. Read the next question, question number 7. This is the same question that I discussed with you. What is given to you? 5 men, 8 women can do a job in 8 days. Then it is given that 4 men and 6 women can do the same job in 10 days. We have to find out what is the time taken by 10 women to do the work. That's our question, right? First of all, we try to find a relationship between man and woman. So what I can say, I want to do my work in 1 day. I multiply by 8. So I can say 40 men plus 64 women. They can here it is equal to 40 men plus 48 women. Right? From here, what I can say that this would be cancelled out. It states us that 64 women equal to 48 women, which is quite impossible. Hence, our answer is cannot be determined. That is 4 indeterminate. That becomes your answer. If here you are in a position to find the value, then you can answer it. But here we are not in a position to find the values of man and woman. That simply means our answer is cannot be determined. That is indeterminate. 4th is the answer. Next you have statement number 8. It's a pipes and tanks parts because it's a part of a timed work. Pipe A fills the cistern in half an hour and B in 40 minutes. Means A takes 30 minutes to fill the tank and B takes 40 minutes to fill the tank, right? Owing to a crack in the bottom of the cistern, it is found that A now takes 40 minutes to fill the tank. Suppose the crack is C, right? When A and C both work together, they take 40 minutes. That is given to you. That value is given to us, right? So what I can say that I may try to answer the question with any of the approach. The first approach is I may take the LCM of 30 and 40, that is 120. I can assume that the capacity of the tank is 120 liter. It means A fills 4 liter in 1 minute. Both A and C fill a 3 liter in 1 minute. It means C empties 1 liter in 1 minute. And total time taken by C is equal to 120 minutes to empty the tank. Now we have to find when both B and C are working, right? If both B and C are working, then we know that B can fill the tank in 40 minutes and C can empty in 120 minutes. It's emptying. Take the LCM 120 liters. It means B. B in 1 minute fills 3 liter. C empties 1 liter, right? Effectively, when they work together, they fill 2 liter in 1 minute. It means for filling the whole 120, how much time they will take? 60 minutes. The answer to your question is 1. That is said to be 60 minutes. A number of questions of this type, this approach I already explained you while explaining the concept of time and work. Read the next question, question number 9. It is given to you that ABC are 3 pipes attached to a cistern. A and B can fill it in 20 and 30 minutes. C can empty in 15 minutes. A can fill in 20 minutes, B can fill in 30 minutes and C can empty in 15 minutes. I have taken the negative sign here. ABC are kept open successively for 1 minute each. How soon will the tank will fill? It's a question of alternative work. Take the LCM 20, 30 and 15. LCM is 60 liters, right? So A fills 3 liter in 1 minute, B fills 2 liter in 1 minute and C empties 4 liter in 1 minute, right? In the first minute A is opened, it fills 3. Then B is opened, it fills 2. C is opened, it emptied 4. Right? So I can say that in 3 minutes, effectively, how much is filled? 1 liter. Okay? I have to fill total to be 60 liters. Here the problem is that is emptying it. Right? For answering these type of questions, what approach we apply? for better answering, it's emptying 4 liter. It means subtract 60 minus 4, that is 56. So first of all, we try to take it for 56. Up to 56, right, how much time will be taken by them? Okay, so I can say for 56 liters, total time taken by them would be multiplied by 56 also. 18, 8, carry 1, 15, 1, 16. In 168 minutes, they fill 56 liters, right? In next 1 minute, it's a turn of A. That is 169. It fills 3 liters. Now the filling is total 59. Next is of turn of B. It fills 2 liter in 1 minute. It means it has to fill only 1. It takes 0.5 minutes. That is 1 liter. And total tank is filled 60 liters. And we can say our answer is 169.5 minutes. That becomes your answer. Here I can say answer is said to be fourth one. None of these, because if actual answer is 169.5 liter, 5 minutes, the total tank will be filled. Here you cannot directly make it as 1 liter in 60 minutes, 3 minutes. We cannot make it as 180 minutes. Why? The reason is very simple. Because we have to find out after how much time it will be filled. We have to just take it for the filling time for once. So first of all, whatever the subtraction is there, we subtract this 60 minus 4, that is 56. First fill that 56 a liter, right? Then after we just try to apply the next point, turn of A, he fills 3, turn of B, it fills 1, answer is 169.5 minutes, that becomes your answer. Next you have statement number 10, read the question carefully. It is given that 3 men or 4 women can reap a field in 43 days. It's a question of or, 3 men or 4 women can reap a field in 43 days. It means if one man has to reap, how much time it takes? 3 into 1, 43, that is 129, right? And in one man in 1 day, how much work it does? 1 upon 129. Similarly, when I talk about a woman, 4 women, right? So we can say that the 4 women can do 43 days to do a work. It means 1 woman will take, we can divide by 4, 12 to carry 1, 14, 16, 1, 17. That value you got. Now we have to take it for 7 men and 5 women. So put here 7 and the women's are 5, right? I have to find how much time they will take to reap the whole fast. For answering this question, what I can start with is, we can say 43 could be taken as common. 1 upon 43, that is 7 by 3 plus 5 upon 4, right? We can solve it. 1 upon 43, LCM would be 12. This is 28 plus 15, that is also 43. This will be cancelled, that is 1 by 12. It means in 1 by 12 work they can do in 1 day. We have to find the total time taken by them. Answer is said to be 12 days. So answer to your question is 1. It's a concept of or. Or means we make a direct comparison with 1 man's 1 day work, that is 1 by 129. Similarly, 1 woman 1 day's work, 1 by 172. And according to the question, we have 7 men and 5 women. Just put the values of 7 men and 5 women here, and we are in a position to find their 1 day's work, that is 1 upon 12. It means total they take 12 days to do the work. That becomes your answer. Next you have statement number 11. What does it says? It states you that 12 men and 16 women can do a piece of work in 5 days. That's the same question earlier we have done. 12 men and 16 women, they can do a piece of work in 5 days. 13 men and 24 boys, they can do the work in 4 days. We have to find out how much time will be taken. Sorry, it's a boys. How much time would be taken by 7 men and 10 boys to do the work? Same question, multiply this by 5, make it as 60 men plus 80 boys. Here make it multiply by 452 men plus 96 boys, right? So I can say 8 men equal to 16 boys or 1 man equal to 2 boys. Okay. Now what we have to answer? We have to find that 7 men and 10 boys. We know that 1 man is equal to 2 boys. It means 7 men is equal to 14 boys. 14 plus 10, 24 boys. It means in the answer we have to find out what is the time taken by 24 boys to do the work. Now out of these 2 equations, I may convert any equation into the boys. Here I can say 1 man is equal to 2 boys. 12 men equal to 24 boys, 24 plus 16, 40 boys. So we can say that 40 boys will take 5 days to do a work. 1 boy take 5 into 40 days. And here we have 24 boys. 5 into 40 upon 24. 4 will go on 6, 10. We can say 2, 3, 2, 5. So I can say 25 by 3 days. That becomes your answer. Your answer to your question is 1. 25 by 3 days. It becomes your answer. Next we have statement number 12. Read the question carefully. It is given that a certain number of men can do a work in 60 days. If there were 8 men more, the work can be done in 10 days less. How many men are there, right? So in that case, let us assume that number of men to be X. They are doing a work in 60 days. We know that men into days into hours into efficiency. If 8 men less, it is X minus 8, right? And the work would be done in 10 days less. It means work can be done in, if 8 men are more, the work can be done in 10 days less. It is 50. We have to just find the value of X. We make it as 60X equal to 50X plus 400, right? That would be taken as 10X equal to 400, X equal to 40. So what I can say that how many men are there? Total number of men initially are equal to 40, and after adding of 8 more members, that become 48. The answer is to this question is said to be third one, that is 40. Next is statement number 13. 2 pipes P and Q can fill a cistern in 12 and 15 minutes. Both are opened together. At the end of 3 minutes, the first is turned off. How much longer will the cistern take to fill? Let us assume that 1 by 12, 1 by 15. The first is closed after 3 minutes. It means it has worked for 3 minutes. The second has worked for X minutes. Total tank is filled, right? You just solve it. 1 by 4 plus X upon 15 equal to 1. Take the LCM to be 60. 15 plus 4X equal to 60. So here we can say 4X equal to 45. X equal to 45 upon 4. Right? So we can just solve it and find the value of X. Here we can take this value as 11.25 minutes. And the question is, how much longer will the cistern take to fill after turning off the first tap? It means 11.25 minus 3. Your answer is 8.25 minutes. The answer to this question is 1, that is 8.25 minutes. Then you have statement number 14. There is a leak at the bottom of a cistern. When the system is in thorough repair, it would be filled in 1 by 2 hours. It now takes half an hour longer. If the cistern is full, how long will it take leaking itself emptying, right? It means when we say that, we can say that suppose there is a tap, it can fill the tank in 3.5 hours. And if there is a leak, it means both working together, they can fill in 4 hours, right? First of all, I have to find out how much time B will empty it. So there would be a number of approaches are there. The first we can say take the LCM, 4 and 3.5, right? So I can say LCM is set to 14 liter. Let us assume that capacity of the tank is 14 liter. A can fill 4 liter in 1 minute. Both A and B can fill 3.5 liter in 1 minute. It means B empties 0.5 liter in 1 minute. It means if he has to empty the whole tank, how much time it take? 14 by 0.5, that is 28 minutes. Right? Another question is, if the cistern is full, how long will be the leaking itself emptying it? In 28 minutes it empty the whole, and total capacity is 14 a liter. So that we have that B can empty the whole tank in 28 hours, right? Because here it is in the hours, so I can say answer is said to be 28 hours. That's your answer. Answer to this question is 28 hours. Next you have statement number 15. Read the question. It is given that 2 pipes separately fill a cistern in 8 and 12 hours. An escape pipe can empty in 6 hours, right? The 3 pipes are opened at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Let us say first in 8 hours, second in 12 hours, third empty in 6 hours. That opened at 1 p.m., that opened at 2 p.m., it is opened at 3 p.m. So when the cistern will be filled? We can assume that it can fill in 1 over 1 by 8, 1 by 12 minus 1 by 6. We can say the system is filled in x hours. It means how much it has worked, x by 8. It is opened after 1 hour, it means it has worked for x minus 1. It is opened after 2 hours, it means it has worked for x minus 2. And total capacity is equal to 1, right? Now we have to solve and find the value of x. Take the LCM 8, 12 and 6. So here I can say LCM is said to be 24. 3x plus 2x minus 2 minus 4x plus 8 equal to 24, right? 3 2x 5x minus 4x, that is x. 6 will go there, that is 18. So we can say starting from the 1 p.m. it takes 18 hours to fill that tank, right? If I add 12 in that, it makes me 1 a.m. on the next day. Then we have to add 6, so we can say 7 a.m. next day. Answer to your question is 1. 7 a.m. next day. How? Because from 1 p.m. we have to add 18 hours, right? If I add 12 hours out of it, we get it as 1 a.m. next day, and plus 6 hours, that means it makes at 7 a.m. next day. So here I can say answer to my question is 1. 15 answer is 1, 7 a.m. next day. Next you have statement number 16. This is a general question of our basic formula total work by man into days into hours that I earlier told you while explaining the concept. It is given that 8 men working 9 hours a day can build 18 meter long, 2 meter wide and 12 meter high in 10 days. How many men would be required to build a wall 32 meter long, 3 meter wide, 9 meter height by working 6 hours a day in 8 days? Our formula is very simple. In numerator, take total work by man, days, hours and efficiency. Similarly here, take it as total work upon man into days into hours into efficiency. That we have to put. Here my total work is 18 meter long, 2 meter wide and 12 meter height. 8 men are working 9 hours a day. They are working for 10 days, right? Similarly in the second case, the work is 32 meter long, 3 meter wide and 9 meter height. Number of men we have to find, assume it to be m. They are working 6 hours a day. They are working for 8 days, right? Now by solving it, I have to find the value of m. Try to cancel out what could be directly cancelled. 8 can be cancelled on 4. 3 will be cancelled on 2. Okay. And then I can say 2 will be cancelled on 4. 4 will be cancelled on 3. 9 will be cancelled on 2. Right. Here 3 will be cancelled out, 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, that is cancelled at 4. Now if I have to find the value of m will go there, and here we can make it as 10 into 3, so I can say m equal to 30. So here I can say 30 men are required so that they can do the work in the required time. Right. Next you have statement number 17, that is also the same type question. What this question talks about? It states that 60 guns firing 5 rounds in 6 minutes kill 350 men in 1 by 4 hours. Work is 350 because number of men killed. 60 guns firing 5 rounds in 6 minutes working 1 by 4 hours means 5 by 4 hours. How many guns firing 7 rounds in 9 minutes killing 980 men, right? We have to find the guns. Let us assume that the guns to be equal to x. 7 rounds, 9 minutes, 25 minutes. Right? One thing we have to take care that here it is 5 by 4 hours. This is 25 minutes. Make it also into hours. Make it as 25 by 60. Right? I have to find the value of x. Just solve it. So what I can say that, I can say x would be taken as 980 into 60 into 5 into 6 into 5 by 4. Right? And here I can say that would be 7 into 9 into 25. Here it would be 350 and 60 will go on upside, right? That we have to solve. Now when I try to solve it, what I can say that we can just start to answer it, it would be cancelled out. Then 7 will go on 14, right? 7 will go on 2, 7 will go on 5. Then 5 5s are 25, that would be cancelled out. And further I can say 5 will go on 12, 4 will go on 3, right? Now after that 3 will go on 3, 3 will go on 2. Okay, what I have left now, this is 2, this is 2 and this is 60. So I can say X equal to 240. The total guns are required, that is equal to 240 guns, which is not in the answer. So we can say our answer to this question is 4, that is none of these. The answer is said to be 240 guns are required. The questions are very simple. We have to just use our basic concept. Total work by men into days into hours into efficiency. Means whatever the parameters are given to you, take the total work on the numerator and the rest parameters you have to divide in the denominator, and then solve it and find your answer. Then you have statement number 18, a similar type statement. Read the question carefully. 240 men working 10 hours a day can dig a trench of 300 yard long, 3.5 feet deep and 2.5 feet wide, right? In 6 days, in how many days would 80 men working 9 hours a day dig a 500 meter yard, a long 3 feet wide and 1/4 feet deep? Although it is given in yard and feet, but when we compare, the length is given in yard and other things are given in feet. Also in the required answer that we have to find out, the length is given in yard and the rest is in feet, so there is no need to change. So what I can say, total work that they are doing is 300 yard, 3.5 feet deep, 2.5 feet wide. How many men are working? 240 men working 10 hours a day and working in 6 days, right? In the answer, what I am supposed to answer? 500 yard long, 3 wide and 9/4, right? Upon. Here I can say there would be 80 men, 9 hours a day, and they can do the work in X days. That we have to find out, right? I have to find the value of X, try to cancel out what could be easily cancelled. 9 can be cancelled, right? That is 64, 65. That can be cancelled. Or just take the value of X now, put X here, make it as 500 into 3 upon 4 into 80. That is for this side, and now this side go upside 4 into 10 into 6, and this goes downside 5 into 3.5, make it 35 into 25, and 10 into 10, that makes you 100, right? That we have to solve. Now just try to solve it. 25 will go on 4, first step, okay? 4 will be cancelled out, 0 will be cancelled from here. Then we can say 5 will be cancelled on 100, 5 will cancel on 7, 5 will cancel on 20. That we can make. Then we can say 4 will go on 2, 2 will go on 3, right? Now what is left here? 20 into 3, 60 into 3, 180 upon 7. Here I can say the value of X is equal to 180 upon 7 days. It becomes my answer. So I can say that if they have to dig that much dimension of the trench, total time taken by them is equal to 180 upon 7 days. Next you have statement number 19, a very general question, and it's a very important statement. What is given to you? It is given that 1500 man has enough food for 60 days, right? Let us assume that one man consumes 1 kg of food in 1 day. It means total food available is equal to 1500 into 60. So then I can say 90, that is said to be 90,000 kilogram. Okay. After 25 days, 500 more men join. It means for first 25 days, what is their consumption? That is equal to 1500 into 25. They have consumed it. 0, 0, 15, 5, 75, 5, carry 7, 37,500. Means how much is left now? 0, 0, 5, 10, 0, 8 to 10, 0, 1. 52,500 is left. Right? Now 500 more men joins. Now total number of men are equal to 200. We have to find out for how long the food will go on. So here total food available is 52,500 and men are equal to 200. So number of days are equal to 52,500 upon 200. Just solve it, right? So when we try to just cancel out, so we can say here that 2 will go on 26, and here I can say I think so at some place we have committed a mistake. Total food is 1500 into 60. We can make it as 15, 6 are 90, 90,000, right? And here 500 more men join. Yes, it makes me 2000 men. That makes me 26.25 days. That becomes your answer. So here I can say answer to your question is 26.25 days. Answer is first. Next you have statement number 20. There is also the similar type question that I earlier told you. It is given that a contractor undertook to do a certain work in 80 days and employed 72 men to do it. After 20 days, he found that 1/3 of the work has been done. It means what I can say, 1/3 of the work has been done by 20 days by 72 men. Right? Now, how much work is left? 2/3 work has been left. For doing that 2/3 work, let us assume that the men are equal to X and they want to do the work on agreed date. It means how much days are left now? 60. We can find the value of X here. X would be taken as 2/3 into 20 into 72. Right? And hereupon we have 60, 1/3. It comes here. From here I can find the value of X. This will be cancelled out. 20 will go on 3. 3 will go on 24. I can say X equal to 48. Right? Now the question is how many men should 48 men are required, and at present how many men are there? They have how many men he should dismiss. It means we have 72 men, right? And we require 48 men. It means how many men we have to dismiss? We have to dismiss 24 men so that the work can be done in days. Here answers is given in hours. Please please change it. Make it as D answer, that is none of these. Answer should be 24 men are there so that the work can be done in the required number of